Mike's best friend. Um, and I say what the audience wants to say in that moment. You know what I mean? I provide that clarity. Um, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun getting to hang out with those guys again. I was briefly in the first, um, and yeah, I've been very fortunate to be included into that world.
Yeah, and Theodus, you mentioned about the animatronics that are used in this movie, and I suppose that, dare I say, on set, was it very much a fun, intriguing set, and is it very much intimidating? I imagine, was there a bit of a green screen used in certain elements, or in terms of the shooting and in terms of the filming? Was it almost like being on a set of RoboCop or
Well,
Transformers?
I can imagine in some instances, but like a lot of that to keep separate. You know, like the filming for effects we'll never get to see. So like the green screen doesn't apply to us. You know, but like they did like it and they doubled down on the amount of animatronics they brought in for this one. So like they really put some effort towards it. I think it's gonna be fantastic when it comes out. But they also it's some of it is still secret to us. There are certain things that I've only seen on the page. You know what I mean? Like there are gonna be some surprises for me as well.
Mm. And I suppose, Theodus, the concept we see it now more and more often that movie directors, producers, they're going to the world of gaming to find the next hidden bomb, the next hidden sort of secret. In terms of, I suppose there's so many good story arcs and so many good concepts behind that as well that many these projects are only fitting, dare I say, to be brought into the big screen. And this is an example of a project that has paid off.
Absolutely. And I think there are a lot of really great stories to be told out there. This one, like the lore is so deep. There are so many Five Nights at Freddy's games, and like to sometimes sit and read the comments of like what people were saying about it, even after the first one, just like the things they were speculating. There are these sidebars where they argue over what they think was going to happen in the next one and what storyline they're going to go with. Even down to the name, like somebody actually was they said they knew my character from like a game or something and like gave me a last name. It was crazy. But it's fun. It's fun to see like how engaged people get with this IP.
Mm. And as a cast, did you all were close together in terms of filming in New Orleans and Los Angeles? Were you interacting with all the casts from Freddie Carter to Skeet Ulrich to Matthew Lillard? I suppose we talk about some icons there of horror movies in the past when we think of Skeet Ulrich and Scream and Matthew Lillard, another one that's no stranger to that world as well. So they're sort of seasoned pros in terms of movies. But as a cast, Theodis, did you spend time around everyone?
Not everyone. I didn't have scenes with Matthew. I met Skeet briefly. He was really cool, and everybody else has been really cool too, man. Like, even from the first to now, like everybody's been just so accepting, and it was just a very like it was a very healthy work environment. You know what I mean? Like everybody's feedback was welcome, and everybody knew that we were there to achieve a common goal, which was telling the story well.
Yeah, and I suppose with the mentioned the concept with so many games brings so many opportunities, and this is the sequel now, and obviously it's going out to rave reviews as well. But such as the audience and the fan base that's already established, it must give you a promise, and excitement and encouragement that maybe this could be an annual and maybe not even an annual thing, but maybe every 2 years that they might roll out another reincarnation of this universe. And I suppose as an actor, to get yourself attached to that runaway train is something that is an actor's dream, dare I say.
Absolutely. As far as I know, it's going to be a trilogy, and yeah, like it's been the absolute greatest honor to be called back to participate in this show to get the gang back together. It was a lot of fun the time that we shared in the first one, and it was even better coming in the second time around. We're really thankful for it.
Yeah, and obviously Josh Hutcherson in the main lead role, and you mentioned being his sidekick there. What's it like to work around Josh? We all remember him from iconic films and his successful TV series like The Future Man. Dare I say, and dare I say, did he really put his heart and soul into this, blood, sweat, tears into this project?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I love the way Josh works. And we got to hang out, and he's like a really, really down to earth guy. You know, we're from around the same area, and so it was really cool, just like hearing about where he's from and like getting to know him and really hanging out on set. Um, and yeah, man, like like I said, they were so welcome. Everybody was so nice and so inviting. Like it was really a collaborative effort. And I couldn't have asked for a better opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Theodus, obviously, I'm not going to ask you much about the film in terms of disclosure, but in terms of the pacing of the film, in terms of is it a sort of a slow, tense sort of start and a build up and a build up, and then mayhem and chaos, and it reaches a crescendo, or is it very much from a fast pace right from the off? Is it got a smooth sort of run through, or does it sort of a slow start to lure you in, and then it gets frantic, thick and fast?
I think it's action from beginning to end. I think you're going to be very, very pleased with the pace of this movie. It's a roller coaster ride for sure.
Yeah, and Theodus, what was it like working under the director Emma Tammy in terms of that, and what was her sort of vision, and did she give you a sort of pointers and hints of what she saw in terms of Jeremiah, and was it did you were able to bounce ideas off each other?
Oh, for sure, for sure. She well, first off, they allowed me to give input into I think pretty crucial elements of my character, and so I got to really inform like who he was and a lot of things in a lot of ways. And yeah, it was very much so again a collaborative effort. Like it was real art, you know what I mean? But I went into it like it was I found it very easy to based on what they gave me in the script, very easy to know exactly who this was. I came in with a very firm idea of who Jeremiah was, and thankfully, that's the version that they like.
Perfect. I'm just gonna give you the opportunity, Tia, just now, if you want to maybe let our audience know about future projects in the pipeline where we might see you on our TV screens or cinemas in the near future.
Absolutely. First off, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 premieres December 5th. Um, and I have a feature, Don't Die, that just went onto streaming at Amazon, Fandango at Home, and Apple Plus.
Okay.
Um, and you'll be able to see me later on in Power Origins.
Oh, fantastic.
I believe it's going to be probably sometime next year.
Okay. Fantastic. Theodus Crane, I'm going to turn it over to you now for the final 30 seconds or so. You might enlighten all our audience, all our listeners, why they should go to their cinema screens en masse on December the 5th to watch Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And when they do, Theodus, what's in store for them?
Well, what's in store are first off amazing animatronics. It will be a thrill ride from beginning to end. Like I said, very fast paced action, great scares, and you're gonna love the surprises they have for you.